The sad story that struck today is one of those very rare instances in the NBA that affects the league-wide fan base, not just that of a certain team. But this one stings especially for OKC Thunder fans, and that is the fact that Russell Westbrook is hanging up the jersey, hanging up the Jordans, and walking away from the NBA after 18 years. Russell Westbrook is calling it a career and retiring. Obviously, hasn't played in the Thunder uniform in quite some time, but holds a very, very special place in many of our hearts. He's my favorite player of all time in the NBA. He is the reason that I am a Thunder fan. So if you thought I was going to skip out on making a Russ retirement video, well, you have got the wrong guy. Russ, though, he does decide to call it quits rather than signing with the two teams that had interest. According to Shams, the Kings and Wizards both had interest in Russ for the next upcoming season, but Westbrook decides that after 18 years, it is time for him to walk away. Didn't like the fit with either of these teams, and honestly, I agree with him, and I'm someone who knows about fit because of the sponsor of today's video. If you're anything like me, then you'll understand that frustrating struggle of trying to find the perfect belt to go with your great outfit. Mine, they never seem to fit me quite right, and even if they did, they're all old, stretched out, and beat up. And they throw off my entire look or just make me feel uncomfortable. That is why I'm excited to announce Anson Belt and Buckle as the sponsor of today's video. Instead of holes, Anson uses a micro-adjustable track system, so your belt is going to fit you perfectly every single time. And once you experience that kind of fit and comfort like I did, you'll never want to wear a regular belt ever again. I've been wearing mine nonstop, and honestly, it is the single best set of belts that I have ever owned in my life. And once you try them, you'll never want to go back to your old belts ever again. And if you're wondering what is so special about Anson, well, they're family owned and operated, and they have been since day one. And don't just take my word for it. They have over 40,000 5-star reviews, just like this one right here from Dakota. And on top of all of that, they back their belt with a lifetime guarantee on functionality. They stand behind every product they make, and once you get one, you will see why. And because Anson Belt and Buckle is sponsoring today's video, when you click on the QR code on the bottom of the screen or the link in the description, you can go to build a box set, which is 2 straps and 2 buckles. You will get 2 bonus pieces, another buckle and another strap for completely free. That is 3 total buckles and 3 total straps for 9 unique belt combinations, all in one pristine package box. It's an exclusive deal that you will not get anywhere else. So click that link, scan that QR code, build your set, and upgrade your belt game today. Trust me, your wardrobe will thank you. Mine sure did. Now back to the video. A big shout out to Anson. They are the real deal. I wore Anson yesterday. I wore Anson today, and I'm going to wear Anson tomorrow. They are just that good. But jumping back into Russell Westbrook, Mr. Thunder, you could argue that Shai is better all time for the Thunder because he has the ring. But OKC, when you think OKC basketball, Russell Westbrook is still the face of the Thunder, and he is still atop of the franchise record books in many, many categories. Those categories including the likes of minutes, where he has over 28,000 in points, almost 19,000 scored, assists, almost 7,000, rebounds, 5,700, steals. He has more than double second place with 1,400 blocks. He's 8th in there as well with 250, and 3-pointers made. He is second all time with 922. So running laps around guys in the record books and the assist and steals department, he has more than double the second place. Russell Westbrook, very synonymous with the Thunder franchise, put the team on the map in the mid-2000s, won an MVP award, which we're going to get into later. But when you take a look at this guy's body of work in the Thunder uniform for the Thunder franchise, I mean, he is A1 at the top of the list for who has contributed to building this franchise the most. Russell Westbrook at the top of that list, but he's also at the top of the list of not just OKC greats, but some of the greatest point guards of all time. As he retires, Russell Westbrook has scored the most points by a point guard ever. NBA history, 27,176 points. The only point guard to top 27,000 points. He is 14th all time in the points list, 14th all time in steals as well. Russell Westbrook, he can do it all on the court. We know him as Mr. Triple-Double, and to get that, you got to get rebounds. Well, guess what? First there for point guards as well. Only point guard with over 9,000 rebounds. Jason Kidd in second place, Oscar behind him, but Russell Westbrook at the top of the list. He's averaged double-digit rebounds in seasons. He, for my dollar, is the best rebounding guard of all time. That is Russell Westbrook. And then, obviously, you got to be able to dish the rock out, playing that point guard role, and he is no slouch there as well. Fifth all-time, not just for point guards, fifth all-time in assists, 10,351 assists for Russ. So a top in a points, assists, rebounds, steals. You know he can fill a stat sheet. I mean, it's Russell Westbrook. But this guy, all-time, I mean, he's up there in the ranks for, top 1, top 3, top 5 point guards in statistical. And really just when you take a look at their bodies of work, it's hard to argue that Russ isn't a top 5 point guard of all time. I mean, obviously, I'm a little bit biased, but when I take a look at, putting guys up against guys, Russell Westbrook, just an absolute unit, and that is Mr. Triple-Double, the stat stuffer himself. You don't get that nickname for no reason. I mean, he had to go out and earn it over the years and, erase that, really grab that from Oscar Robertson, the guy who was the Triple-Double king back in the 60s, back in the 70s, the first guy to ever average a triple-double. Well, Russ did it as well, and he did it better. He had the most triple-doubles, not just in NBA history with 209 at the time of his retirement, but in a single season with 42 back in 2017, the only guy to record a triple-double in the majority of his team's games played in a single season. That is Russell Westbrook. Back when nobody thought it would be possible to average a triple-double again, Russ went out and did it in that statement season for the Thunder, and then he went out and kept doing it afterwards, made it look normal, and you could argue he's even hurt Jokic in that regard because people would see Jokic as one of the greatest players of all time if Russell Westbrook hadn't been able to do this as a point guard. And maybe Jokic will take his most triple-doubles in NBA history. I mean, he likely will, let's be honest. But 209 at the time of his retirement at the point guard position, Russell Westbrook, he filled that stat sheet like no other, could do it all on the basketball court, and he was just an absolute, just unlimited motor, relentless guy going out there and doing it. You don't just get these numbers by taking possessions off, and you don't get MVPs by not, being one of the best players in the league. And in 2017, Russ was able to capture that MVP award, claim that title as the, the best season in the league that year, and it was just such a magical season as a Thunder fan. Watching that live at the time, 2017, we know who left in the offseason. The expectations for the team were just in the gutter. For Russ to be able to drag this team to the playoffs, give us so many signature moments throughout that season, and just have one of the just most magnificent seasons of all time. One of the most electric statement seasons of all time. Putting the team on his back in 2016-17. He averaged 31.6 points a game, 10.7 boards, 10.4 assists, over 2 stocks per game. Maybe the splits weren't the greatest at 43% from the field, 34% from behind the arc, but I mean, the volume he was putting up, like 18 40-point games, 4 50-point games, and 42 triple-doubles that season. Russell Westbrook, I mean, he just went out there and did about anything you could ask and then some for the Thunder, night in, night out. And he got that team to the playoffs, deserved that MVP. It was just one of the best seasons of all time, really, from a point guard that we have seen. Russell Westbrook coming in and doing the impossible for OKC in spite of KD leaving. Really just pretty much spiting Kevin Durant leaving the team and just having just an MVP season, textbook definition. And that 31.6 points per game, that was enough to lead the league in scoring. The second time that Russell Westbrook led the league in scoring, 31.6 points per game for Russ. The dude could put the ball in the hoop. I mean, you could talk about efficiency, but the percentages, like really what you're breaking down is that it takes a guy maybe 5 extra shot attempts out of 100 to get to the same amount of points. That's really what you're talking about at the end of the day. Maybe Russ needs an extra 5 shots across, 4 games to get to his averages, but this dude, I mean, what he can do to stay in front of this guy, to guard this guy, I mean, clearly not a lot of people could do it because when you take a look at his peak form, I mean, these numbers are ridiculous. Franchise record 58 points in one of these games. He had 3 regular season 50 pieces in 2017, and that was a franchise record for a season. He had another 50-point triple-double in the playoffs that season, Game 2 against Houston, And once we lost that game, I just knew that series was over. But for Russ to be able to go out there, and every time he's dropping like 50, you're getting 8, 10, 12 assists with it. The offensive engine this guy was just in his prime unmatched. Except for, maybe you could maybe argue Harden. Harden was like that. But what Russ was doing just from an athletic standpoint, like nobody could emulate this guy's play style in his prime. You see on this list the 50-point triple-double at Denver. He hit the buzzer beater three-pointer that secured the 50-point game, the win, the triple-double record. Like Russell Westbrook in 2017 at his peak was unstoppable. And I'm going to show that Denver shot right now just because why not? You're taking a look at the stakes in this situation. Russell Westbrook, not known as a scorer, not really known as a shooter. He doesn't care. The confidence was always there for Russ. Buries it. That's a win for the Thunder. This is towards the back end of the season. This was game number 80 on the year. Thunder were fighting tooth and nail for every win for playoff seeding. Russell Westbrook gets his 42nd triple-double, NBA record. What a time to be a Thunder fan. This was just such a magical season. Russell Westbrook just able to, so many times that season, will that team to the finish line. And we could just use this time, honestly, to take a look at some of Russell Westbrook's highlights from that season right now, because why not? Taking a look, jumping in right here at number 10. This is going to be an off-the-back pass of a guy not looking. Quick catch-and-turn jump shot. Number 10, it's going into halftime against the Jazz. We're getting torched by the Jazz. I don't really know why. But we're getting a little turn, catch and shoot. Russ with the craftiness. And you just, you see that creativity. Get a bucket right at the buzzer. So nice little way to start this out at number 10. Moving on to number 9. We'll cut into the lane and a nice pass to Aquaman. A little style on that one. Magic Johnson-esque flair coming into the lane. Putting the beat down on the Suns. And this is really the finishing blow. And this one, look at this Sham God coming down, showing off some of the handles before the dime. Number 8 on the list, playing the Spurs. Pivotal game 5 in the playoffs. And look at Russ, first quarter, setting the tone on the road. This is what I'm talking about when I'm thinking about Russell Westbrook. Dropping a hammer. That's Kawhi Leonard guarding him. And Spurs Kawhi, back in his defensive prime. That's Kawhi just absolutely getting stuffed on by Russell Westbrook. We move to number 7. And speaking of getting stuffed on, well, hello there, Clint Capella. Russell Westbrook down the lane. That is just a dagger on the game because 5 seconds left. Thunder were up 3, and, well, that's the 2-possession game after Westbrook crams it. You see him getting hype. He always bringing the energy. Number 6, playoff game. Everyone knows this play. It's iconic. The steal, the and one in the third quarter. Thunder en route to putting away the Lakers. This was the playoff run where they broke through and made it to the NBA Finals. Young team looked very promising at the time. Russell Westbrook, a big, big part of that. See the steal and score. The athleticism you see right there, just so quick to react to that pass, jump the lane, and still to beat the man to the cup and finish through the contact. Very underrated strength from Westbrook. And, you're going to see a lot of posters and any Russell Westbrook top 10 thing. And once again, coming down to the lane and just cramming it absolutely one-handed. And just Westbrook is such a power dunker. Not a lot of finesse from him. Maybe you'll get the cradle dunk sometimes. But really just a power guy, a mean dunker. And right here, we're going to see number 4, Oladipo, looking like he hit the dagger. But there's Russ off the board, calling bank from the logo, tying it back up under 1 second left. And maybe Russ wasn't the best shooter. Maybe he doesn't have the best clutch stats. But he has some very impressive do-or-die shots. Russ isn't the last person in the world I would want taking a shot like this by any means. Look at that. You either have it or you don't. And Russell Westbrook, man, he has it. Ice in the veins. Harrison Barnes just looking absolutely done with it. But, the game's done too, buddy. Under 0.3, can't get a shot up. Russell Westbrook absolutely making the magic happen. That's what he's done so many times. But now we're getting into the number 2. Kevin Durant coming down, tossing it up to Russ. Going up and getting it. Looking like Blake Griffin. That's how you're seeing Russ just get in the sky right there and cram that one down. Absolute iconic play. I've seen it so many times over the years. Good to watch it one more time right here, though. And then number 1, it was the play we were talking about earlier. Down 2. This is for the game. You miss this, you lose. Russell Westbrook buries it, and that shot was points 48, 49, and 50. He had a triple-double on the game. Gets the win on the road in Denver. This was towards the end of that historic season, and this is just literally the perfect way to encapsulate that in one play. Russell Westbrook, man, I mean, top 10 plays, good little segment here in our video. That was fun to watch, and it just took me on a great trip down memory lane. You're seeing some of those great buckets from his signature performances on this list, and we're going to go over my favorite signature performance real quick, the 2020-20 game. I mean, the only player besides Wilt Chamberlain to do this. We saw SGA break a Wilt record last year, and we knew how impressive that was, but to be in a club exclusively with Wilt Chamberlain, I mean, one of one, a 2020-20 game from Russell Westbrook, and this one happened in 2019, not in the 2017 MVP season, so you know that his success, his dominance with Thunder was spread out over a good set of years. He wasn't, maybe people will meme on him for his last couple of years, and even then I think that's just ridiculous, but I mean, he was very good for a very long time. An 18-year career is what he's calling it at. And this dude just continuously would show up, would show out, and he was good for so long that he was on the all-decade second team. Not only that, you see him right here. He is front and center on it whenever it pops up. I don't know why it's not popping up. There it is. All-decade second team and front and center on the team with Anthony Davis, Chris Paul, Melo, and Blake Griffin. Steph Curry is likely the reason that he didn't make it. I think you could debate him and Harden, but the only member on decade second team to have an MVP as well, Russell Westbrook, one of the defining players of the 2010s, he made my childhood, made me a Thunder fan. I'm sure a lot of other people feel that way about Russ. The guy, he dominated the decade. 9 All-NBA selections. The dude was one of the defining players, defined, not just the team, but the era for a lot of NBA fans, and it's just never, the NBA is not going to be the same without Russ running around out there, man. Just 120% all times, all gas, no breaks, Russell Westbrook, man. And that includes all gas, no breaks in the All-Star game. Dude was a 2-time All-Star MVP, 2 41-point performances. Like, Russ is going to give the fans what they want. He's a guy who ranks in the top 5 at jersey sales annually before in a small market franchise. Like, the fans just love Russ as well. So what he did and gave to the NBA, it's going to leave a little bit of a hole definitely coming into the next season. And he didn't just show out for OKC, for the Thunder, for our team on the All-Star stage. He also showed out for the US of A on the Olympic stage. He's a gold medal Olympian. You see him right here with Harden and Kevin Durant, the trio of what could have been. Man, Russell Westbrook is the first to call it quits out of these three guys. That just breaks my heart, my favorite of the three. But Russell Westbrook, you take a look at the resume that he is walking out the door with, it is just unmatched. MVP, 9-time All-Star, 2-time All-Star MVP, 9 All-NBA selections, All-Rookie first team, 2-time scoring champ, 3-time assist champ. Talking about a point guard, he can also move that rock. 3-time assist champ, NBA 75th anniversary team, and averaged the triple-double for 4 seasons. The king of the triple-double, Russell Westbrook, calling it a career. And honestly, there's no better words to round this out with than the words of Russell Westbrook himself. As he said, sometimes you don't even know when you've already watched the end. You had to be there, and now it's over. Ladies and gentlemen, the career of Russell Westbrook is over. I'm sure this is heartbreaking news for so many Oklahoma City Thunder fans, such as myself. My favorite player of all time. And he is calling it a career. We haven't seen him in a Thunder uniform in quite some time, but it just doesn't matter. Like, it hits so much different when it's Russ. When we played him on the Nuggets in the playoffs 2 years ago, that had me so conflicted, especially because he played so well. Russell Westbrook, will always hold a special place in my heart. And now it's just time for him to hold a special place in the Hall of Fame. We have to wait till he gets inducted. He's going to get his number retired by the Thunder. That is the most obvious thing of all time. But until then, I just got to leave it with a thank you to Russell Westbrook. The man who introduced me to the Thunder is a reason that I'm a Thunder fan sitting in front of you here today. And he has just called it a quits on his basketball career. Russell Westbrook, I wish you the happiest of retirements. I congratulate you on a phenomenal career of being a top 5 point guard in NBA history. And I hope, we'll see, meet you in the media, still get some clips of you every now and again. I hope you don't just disappear off the face of the earth, Tim Duncan style, because, Russ, he's the main guy. Hopefully we get to see some more of him. I wanted him to retire Thunder so bad. I don't think you guys understand how bad I wanted him to sign a 1-day, a 10-day with the Thunder and just retire in an OKC uniform. Didn't happen, but he still is Mr. Thunder, face of the franchise, and will be forever a special, special man to us as Oklahoma City Thunder fans. And I had to get this video out here today for you guys, to kind of all collect and convene in one place as, grievers of Russell Westbrook gone here today. That's today's video. Gabriel Ebersole at Thunder Digest. I hope to catch you guys in my next video. Make sure you're subbed up so I can see you there. Leave a like, leave a comment down below, and make sure you get yourself an Anson belt. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Peace and love, my friends.